Bore da pawb, a chroeso i'r sesiwn cyntaf yma o Almaeneg gyda ni yn e-sgol. Good morning everyone and a very warm welcome to this first German session with us at e-sgol. We're very glad that so many classes from across Wales have decided to join us for these taster sessions. And I've just been joined on screen at very good timing there, because we wouldn't be able to provide these sessions, would we, without our very own German teacher. And here is Mrs. Marion Devons, or for the purpose of these lessons, I should probably call you Frau Devons, shouldn't I, Frau Devons? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Have you had your Weetabix this morning in preparation?
I have indeed. I'm all ready for this.
Ready to go, raring to go. Excellent. Now then, so before we start learning some German with Frau Devons, I should probably let you know that she works for an institution called the Goethe Institut, which is a major institute that promotes the German language and culture. So to hear a little more about it, here is one of Frau Devons' co-workers, Emma Whittle, to explain more.
Good morning, guten Morgen in German. How lovely that you can join us today. I'm sitting here in the Goethe Institute library. You can see all the books behind me. We are in South Kensington. You may be asking yourselves, what is the Goethe Institute? Well, the Goethe Institute is here to promote German language and German culture. So we're really keen for as many people across the world to be learning German and to find out what is German culture and what is Germany like nowadays. And that's something you're going to learn about in your sessions too. Do you know we have a Goethe Institute in most countries around the world? So we have two here, actually in the UK, one in England and one in Scotland, nearly in Wales. You're in Wales, of course. So that's a little bit about the Goethe Institute. My name's Emma Whittle, and I work here in this amazing building. I'm really excited that you're interested in learning some German with my very good friend and colleague, Frau Devons, and she is going to teach you your first words of German today. I'm really excited to see the videos that you're going to be producing and seeing how you get on with your German learning. I'm going to be in a few of your sessions as well, so I will meet you all then and be able to say a few more words. Sorry I couldn't be with you in person, but have fun today. Auf Wiedersehen or tschüss. Thank you.
So thank you very much to Emma. But before I hand you over to Frau Devons now, I'll very quickly explain how these sessions will work. So Frau Devons will be teaching me some basic German phrases. So whenever she asks me to practice, you're welcome to do the same from your class. And she may also tell you as pupils directly to practice at certain times also. Now, because so many schools wanted to join us for these sessions, we've decided to keep cameras and microphones off in case the session descended into chaos. So therefore, class teachers, you have a very important role to play in helping the pupils practice as well. And lastly, we'll be watching short videos as a part of these presentations. They last around 2 minutes each, and they focus on some very special characters during each session. But if these videos are a little slow on your end or a little bit grainy, don't worry, because we'll be providing recordings, the presentations, all the materials in the team and through email to all the teachers so that you're able to refer to them and reinforce the learning following the session. So on that, Frau Devons, I'll hand over to you.
Thank you, Hugh. Thank you, Herr Davies, I should call you, shouldn't I? So welcome to your German lessons. Bore da, guten Morgen, good morning, everybody. Hopefully we're going to have great fun over the next few weeks learning some new German words, and you're going to have great fun practicing things without me in the classroom. So just a few things to note before I start. Obviously, the best way to learn a language is to do some really good listening. So I'm hoping that you're all going to be really tuned in with your ears and listening really carefully, focusing on the screen. Make sure you're looking at the screen. It might help sometimes to see how I'm saying the words, sometimes to look at things on the screen as well. It's really important to have a go. Even if you're a bit scared that you can't do it right, that you can't say the words quite correctly, it doesn't matter. Just have a go. You'll never be able to do anything if you don't have a go. And if you make mistakes, That's brilliant, because it means you're trying really hard. Actually, the most important thing to be doing when you're learning a new language is to have fun. So hopefully some of the things we'll do today will help you have fun, and you can go and have some more fun without me. One last thing for the teachers, there might be some moments when I ask you to practice some things all together. If I hold my hand up like that, that shows you I'm about ready to start again, and I will just count down with my fingers. Make sure the teachers have got your classes all back focused on the screen again. Thank you so much. Let's get going. Let's look at the next slide. So we're going to learn some new words in German, obviously, and we're going to try and use them correctly. So use them in the right places at the right time. Off we go. So who are we? Well, you know me, you know Herr Davies, and we're now going to meet some new friends. Hallo, ich bin Franzi. Hallo, ich bin Felix. Hallo, Frau Devons. Hallo, Felix. Hallo, Franzi. Hallo, Frau Devons. Hallo, Kinder. Can you all say hallo?
Hallo.
This is Felix, Frosch, Felix the frog, and Franzi Enter, Franzi the duck. They only speak German, and they're going to help you learn German. Sometimes they talk to me, sometimes they'll talk to you. And they've just introduced themselves. Ich bin Felix. Ich bin Felix. Ich bin Franzi. Ich bin Franzi. Ich bin Frau Devons. I am Frau Devons. And Felix is saying, I am Felix. And Franzi is saying, I am Franzi. Can you say, ich bin, and then your name? Ich bin, and then your name? Off you go.
Ich bin Herr Davies.
Wunderbar, Herr Davies. That was beautifully pronounced. I hope everybody else had a go at that as well. We'll practice some more of that later. So now you've met Felix and Franzi, they're going to show you how they came to Germany and how they came to England from Germany and what they've been up to. So in the next few weeks, watch some videos about what they've been up to. Let's have a look at the next slide and learn some new words. So we've already learned hallo, hallo. You can see it's very like the English word hello. That's called a cognate. A cognate is a word that's the same or very similar in two languages. So you can look at it in one language and guess what it might be in the other language. There are lots and lots and lots of cognates between German and English, which makes it a really good language to learn. Hallo, hello, hallo. And then we have Guten Morgen, which I've used already. Guten Morgen. And I saw in the chat that lots of your teachers were using Guten Morgen as well. Well done, everybody, for learning some German already. Guten Morgen, good morning. I think that's a cognate as well, because it sounds a bit like good morning. You've got the G and the M at the beginning of each word, same as in English. And then we can also say Guten Tag, Guten Tag, Guten Tag, which literally means good day. Tag means day, but you can use it for good afternoon. You can use it for all day. Guten Tag. So let's try repeating those words after me, Mr. Herr Davies. If I say, you say, and see if everybody can join in. Hallo.
Hallo.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Wunderbar, you're doing so well. I'm sure everybody else is doing as well as you. So let's have some introducing words now. Ich bin, we've already learned, that means I am. Ich bin Frau Devons. Ich bin Felix. Ich bin Franzi. Then you could be just introducing other people. You could point to somebody and say, das ist Franzi. Das ist Felix. Das ist Frau Devons. That is, or this is. And then you could be pointing to more than one person, and you need to change the verb there. So you say, das sind. These are, or those are, das sind. Das sind Felix und Franzi. Das sind. Let's try those. I say, you say. Ich bin.
Ich bin.
Das ist.
Das ist.
Das sind.
Das sind.
Do you know, I think people who speak Welsh are at a major advantage when they're learning German over people who speak English, because English people have a real problem with that CH sound. But I think people who speak Welsh have already got that done really sorted. So that's really good advantage for you guys. So let's think about how to say goodbye. We can have a really nice short, sweet one. This is one of my favourite words in German. We can go tschüss, tschüss. Look at that word. It's got a T, it's got an SCH, which goes shh. It's got a U with 2 dots on. They're called umlauts. And they changed the U sound from an oo, like in Guten Morgen, to more of a surprise sound, like ooh, ooh. And then we've got the double S. Tschüss, tschüss. We're sounding surprised. And that just means bye. We can be a bit more formal. So we can say auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen. 2 words, auf Wiedersehen, auf Wiedersehen. And it actually means till we meet again, till we see each other again. Wieder means again, and sehen means seeing. So it's until again seeing, which is a lovely way to say goodbye to people, because it means you think you're going to be able to see them again, and you're not just saying goodbye forever. And then we've got bis bald, which means see you soon. Notice the D on the end often sounds like a T. Bis bald. Let's try I say, you say. Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bis bald.
Bis bald.
And then that's brilliant. Well done. Wunderbar. And now a few more words that you might need to understand in the video. We've got und, Felix und Franzi. Felix und Franzi. Felix and Franzi. Frau Devons, which means Ms. or Mrs. You use it for most adult women nowadays in Germany. And Herr, like we have Herr Davies. And then all of you guys, hopefully, are Freunde. Freunde. You're going to be Freunde for Felix und Franzi. Friends for Felix and Franzi. Let's quickly try those words. Und.
Und.
Frau.
Frau.
Herr.
Herr.
Freunde.
Freunde.
Well done. Some really brilliant pronunciation there. Wunderbar. Now you know all those words. Let's watch the video about Felix and Franzi and see where they've come from and where they live now. See if you can spot all those words in the video, and you can repeat them if you can.
Eins, zwei, drei, vier. Hallo,
Hallo. Guten Morgen.
das ist der Zoo. Der Zoo Berlin.
Guten Morgen.
Hallo,
Guten Tag.
Hallo Felix, hallo Franzi, hallo guten Morgen, hallo guten Tag.
Hallo, ich bin Felix.
Hallo. Ich bin Franzi.
Felix und Franzi sind im Zoo Berlin.
Und das sind Felix und Franzis Freunde.
Auf
Wiedersehen.
Bis bald.
Why is everyone saying goodbye? Well, Felix and Franzi are moving to England. And look, what's this? An old German letterbox in an antiques shop. Felix and Franzi love it. They decide to move in. Now it's time to say hello to their neighbours.
Hallo Frau Waith, ich bin Felix.
Guten Morgen, Herr Braun. Ich bin Franzi.
Das ist der Briefkasten. Das ist nun Felix und Franzis Haus.
Felix and Franzi are tired, but they're happy in their lovely new house. Let's say goodbye to them in German.
Okay, we can go on to the next one. Wow, hopefully you spotted all those words now. Felix and Franzi get very excited when they watch that video because they can see all their friends in Berlin. in the zoo in Berlin where they came from. But they do love living in the UK now and living in their German letterbox. Maybe one week I'll show you the letterbox that they're living in. So you learned all those fabulous new words. Hallo, guten Morgen, guten Tag, ich bin, das sind, das ist, das sind. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen, bis bald und Frau, Herr, Freunde. You've learned all those fantastic new words. I wonder which one's your favourite word. I really like it when I learn new languages to pick words that I really like the sound of and focus in on them. So I've got some special words that are important to me. And I think, as I said earlier, in those words there, my favourite word is tschüss, because it's got so many sounds in it and they're very different from English sounds. Tschüss. I could say that word in all sorts of different ways. I wonder which is your favourite word. Just take a second to think. Which one of those words would you really like to practice saying? Have a think. Which one's your favourite, Herr Davies?
I think it's Auf Wiedersehen. It reminds me of a program that used to be on television a long time ago.
I like that program.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly which program you're on about. Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of grown-ups like that word because of that program. Auf Wiedersehen. Yes, absolutely. Let's move to the next slide and have a think. Okay, now you've picked your favourite word. Practice saying it. And I'm going to give you some minutes now to practice saying it. I'll give you some examples and just give you a minute to practice in your classrooms. You could whisper it really quietly. So you could go, tschüss, tschüss. You could use a silly voice. Tschüss, tschüss. Something very silly like that. I'm sure you can be sillier than me. You could sing it. Tschüss. Felix and Francie do like singing. Tschüss. Or you could write it. You could write it with your finger in the air. You could write it on a whiteboard. You could write it on some paper. You could write it on your friend's nose. You could write it with your finger on your friend's back. You have a think about how you're going to practice that word. Just have 30 seconds now to practice that word. Off you go. Okay, welcome back everybody. I hope you've had a good go at practicing your favourite word that you've learnt so far. Let's move on to the next slide. So you may have heard in that video that there was a song. It's a really important song because it's a song that I normally use in my classroom when I teach my real children, not my invisible children on the internet. When I teach my real children, it's the song we use to get Felix and Francie to come out of their letterbox, their Briefkasten, to come and talk to us and teach us some German. You'll probably have recognised the tune anyway. So we're going to learn the song, and the words are also words that you've already learnt, so it shouldn't be a problem. So let's listen to the Hallo song to get Felix and Francie out.
Hallo Felix, hallo Franzi, hallo guten Morgen, hallo guten Tag. Hallo Felix, hallo Franzi, hallo guten Morgen, hallo guten Tag.
Lovely. You can see Felix and Francie dancing along to that. I know, as I said, they do love a bit of singing. You have to sing really well to get them out of the box. So let's practice that line by line so we really know it really well, and then you can all sing it together probably later. We're not going to try and sing it all together with so many schools listening because that might be a disaster. So let's try. I'll sing, you sing. Hallo Felix, hallo Francie.
Hallo Felix, hallo Francie.
Hallo guten Morgen.
Hallo guten Morgen.
Hallo guten Tag.
Hallo guten Tag.
Wunderbar, Herr Davies. We do need to be careful because Felix is a tricky name for people to say sometimes because it's an English name as well. We can say Felix in English, but we need to remember it's Felix with that long A sound. We kind of grin when we're saying Felix as if we're happy to see him. Hello, Felix. Okay, just remember that one, everybody. Right,
I've made that mistake in the practice as well, haven't I, Frau Devons?
That's okay. It's one that lots of my children make and lots of people make because it is an English name as well. So it's very easy to say Felix, whereas Francie is very definitely not your average English or Welsh name, I wouldn't have thought. So it's easy to remember how to say that one. So it's a totally understandable mistake. And as I said, if we don't make mistakes, we don't learn anything. So it's really important to make mistakes. So hopefully everybody knows how to sing that one now. Let's have a go at the goodbye song. So we're ready to sing that at the end of the lesson. Let's listen to that one.
Tschüss, Felix. Tschüss, Franzi. Tschüss, Freunde. Auf Wiedersehen, bis bald. Tschüss, Felix. Tschüss, Franzi. Tschüss, Freunde. Auf Wiedersehen, bis bald.
So Felix and Francie did go away when we said goodbye to them then, but they came back again because they know it's not really the end of the lesson. So let's try that one. Tschüss, Felix. Tschüss, Francie.
Tschüss, Felix. Tschüss, Francie.
Tschüss, Freunde.
Tschüss, Freunde.
Auf Wiedersehen, bis bald.
Auf Wiedersehen, bis bald. Oh, Frau Devons, I'm not going to thank you for that key.
All right. I'm not a professional musician. Sorry, we'll put it down next time.
Thank you.
Yes, that was brilliant effort. Well done. Wunderbar. Right, so we know those songs. When you've got those slides, you can see there's an instrumental version button on there as well. So you can sing it without the singer if you'd rather hear your children singing it beautifully without somebody singing it for them. But it's a good idea to listen to it with somebody else first a few times and then practice the instrument, then practice it with the instrumental version and maybe record it later with the instrumental version.